Texas A&M softball. They are off to Knoxville. You're going to go with them.
I've invited myself. Yes.
Wait, are you really?
Oh, did you not know?
Surprise!
I knew.
We got a true reaction there. That was not planned.
I was wondering when I asked that. I bet Tori didn't even know.
We didn't know.
High five.
He's just going so he can see Amanda.
No, I'm going to hang out with you guys.
Are you doing radio?
Can I see us win a championship? Can we make that happen?
I'm down
That's
if you're
the plan.
down. You down?
I'm down.
I'm down.
That's
you
the
down?
plan.
Are you down?
There you go. See how
I'm
easy
in.
it is?
We're down.
See how
I didn't get invited, nor did I invite myself.
At least you're honest.
When y'all leave here, are you really going to be like, oh, Matt's going?
No.
They're going to text Cassie, the director of ops, go, hey.
Why did you let him go?
There's got to be someone else we can put on that plane.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
Quick call.
Exactly. Looks like plane's full. No, it's not. Yeah, I think
Sorry,
it is.
we actually lost a seat.
Yeah. They took some out.
We need to put the Gatorade cooler needs
They're
somewhere to
making
sit.
some room for Sam, Kristen, and Trent. You know the tall people? We got to get their leg room.
My bat needs to be comfortable. He can't.
No, the glove.
The
glove.
glove.
You have to
Comfortable glove.
seatbelt it in. Make sure it's safe.
So you probably know by now this is Tori's segment.
Hey.
Yeah.
Back again.
She back.
Ola.
We thought after hitting 3 home runs in a game, there may not be a segment anymore because she only talks to national outlets. So
I did feel like
we
I was
had
gonna
trouble
talk to your
tracking
guest.
you
Yeah.
down.
I was going to talk to your guest, but I need you to introduce her first.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a guest you guys have seen plenty times before. She actually played baseball. I mean, I don't know if you know.
Wait,
Did
what?
she play baseball?
Plot
She
twist, right?
literally played baseball. Right? That's crazy. I know it's we
Like
don't-
real
we
baseball.
never hear about it.
The
but
truth came out literally like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Everyone was super shocked.
Tell us all about this.
Former baseball player Sarah Hudek.
Oh, God.
Sarah.
Now, Sarah, we were worried that Tori,
That's cute.
Tori hit
Thank
4 home runs this weekend. We were worried she was kind of big leaguing us, and
I know. I was scared. I tried to text her the next day. I was like,
Don't
I hope she doesn't
even-
put me in the Reds.
Yeah,
Put me straight in the Reds.
Miss SEC all freshman team.
Are y'all afraid to like even talk to her or look at her when she comes around the
I
locker
can't look her in
room?
the eye the last couple of days. Can't do it.
Look at me. Look at me. See, look at me.
3 in a game. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it was fun. I was seeing the ball well.
What are you gonna like take us through each at bat now? Can we ask you the normal reporter question? Take me through each at bat, all 3 of them.
You know, I just really wanted to hit the ball. I love when they ask that because it's like, what do you normally do? Like, you want to go up there and hit the ball. That's what you do. You try to do that. So.
well, we've talked a little bit about this, maybe not on the show, but in a slump like that, in this sport, can it almost be more mental, or maybe is it almost all mental as you're going through it because you're trying so hard, you're pressing, but then you're not trying to try so hard, and you're trying to do all these things just to kind of break that slide? Mentally, how frustrating maybe, I'm sure it is, but how frustrating is it to go through a slump like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely frustrating. I think it becomes apparent once people start putting it in your head, and once, like, people are acknowledging the fact that you're not doing so hot, then it's like, oh, gosh, like, I'm really not, like, doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And then you start thinking, like, okay, well, I have to get a hit right here, or, like, I need to do this. And it just becomes, like, something in the back of your head. And for me, I've never been much of a mental like, player, I guess, in the sense that I don't overthink things. But, once that happens and, like, people are expecting big things out of you and you just press too hard. And then there was a few things wrong with my swing, just, like, in the game compared to, like, whenever I was in practice. I was just getting a little anxious, getting a little ahead of myself. And I think for me, it was just knowing that I am still the same player and I still have the same swing and I know how to control it, and just staying confident and calm and controlled going into my bats. And it worked out a lot better this past weekend.
And we had kind of a feeling on Friday because you hit a couple balls hard on Friday. And so we're kind of like, maybe this might be the time that – and then you – home run, and then got robbed of I think that was Saturday. Got robbed of a base hit on Saturday with a great catch, and then
that was Sunday.
Oh, it was Sunday in the 3 home run game. Yeah, but I just clearly I'm sure it was a blast to just get that off your back, and then you can kind of relax and not think about it so much, huh?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Coach Evans pulled me in her office and was just talking to me and just kind of reassuring me and like kind of just talking about really just life and softball and just reminding me that I'm not invincible. And I think that's a thing that not a lot of people realize, is that I'm human too. Like, I'm going to make mistakes and I'm not going to be perfect all the time. And for me, that was something that I would get caught up in, is I have to be clutch all the time. And that's just not going to happen in this game. So for me, it was just really relaxing, and then knowing that I have my teammates to lean on, and I got a lot of help from them and Coach Glasgow and a lot of one-on-one work, and just really feeling comfortable this past week. So it was a lot easier to get out of it than most people, I think, just because I have such a great support system behind me and motivating me.
And I think congratulations are in order for Sarah, too.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was announced. Or was it
Yeah,
today?
today.
Yeah. SEC all-freshman team.
Super freshman.
Super freshman, yes.
Not bad for an old baseball player.
I know, right? You play baseball?
Here and there a little bit.
She probably.
Well,
Not good
congratulations. How'd you feel about it?
I mean, I woke up and I saw the tweet, and it kind of caught me by surprise because, I wasn't really expecting it. But, it just kind of goes to show that the work that I've been putting in kind of paid off. And, that's good and all. But, I was talking to Riley and Chris, Riley about it today at workouts, just that's a great achievement. I'm really grateful that I had that opportunity to get that. But our common goal is to win a national championship, and those accolades aren't going to matter if we're not in Oklahoma City in June.
Do those accolades, and I'll ask you too as well, because you've had these in the past too, do those accolades maybe mean more to you because it is other coaches voting on that? We talked with Ralph Weekly pregame, the Tennessee coach, and you were one of the players he specifically talked about how impressed he was from seeing you on film. Does it mean more to you to see that, hear that, see that from other coaches?
Yeah, I think it's definitely cool because, obviously I've been in the game for a short amount of time, and just to be able to be acknowledged by coaches like that around the country, that I didn't even know that, and that's just crazy to think that, and just kind of just that reassurance that I'm going the right direction and the work that I'm doing is going the right direction for improvements.
Same thing for you, Tori?
Yeah, I think it's really cool knowing that other coaches are looking at you, impressed by what you're doing on the field and stuff like that. But I think even stuff like you said, you were talking to Ralph Weekly before the game, and he had told me after the game, after Sunday's game, he stopped me and he was like, I've never seen such a great performance in my life, and I've coached 2 Olympic teams. He was like, you better be SEC Player of the Week and all that stuff. And I was like, wow, thank you so much. That meant a lot to me. So I would take stuff like that over an accolade, because it's I care about what you think and how you think of me as a player rather than accolades on my record or anything like that.
Now you guys take everything to Knoxville. And the SEC tournament, or a conference tournament in general, is always fascinating to me because you in softball you send 12 teams there, and it's almost like there's 12 different levels of motivation for teams. The back end could be playing for their NCAA lives, and you guys aren't in that category. But what's the motivation? Some say, look, it's a chance to win a ring. There's that out there, but I think there's even more for you guys as far as motivation other than just hoisting a trophy and having a ring by the end of this.
Yeah, I think for us, our motivation is going in there knowing that we had a chance at winning the regular season and that we kind of let it slip away right at the end. And for us, it's kind of like a redemption thing, and knowing that we can go in there and we can still be number one over all those teams because we had our chance. And so to be able to have another chance at that, I feel like that's going to be really our motivation, and just proving to the committee that we deserve a spot. But even though it doesn't really go towards our record or for postseason play, but I think for us in our heads, that's what it's for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's going to be more of just kind of a confidence booster for us, especially going into postseason, because we've lost the last 2 series, and we just kind of needed to bounce back from that. And it's almost like a clean slate, and just play like we have nothing really to lose, and just go out there and play hard. And because postseason's not really the best team, it's just the hottest team. Mm-hmm. And I think if we get hot, we're gonna have a long run.
Tori Vidales and Sarah Hudek with us here on Studio 12. The Aggies in Knoxville starting tomorrow, 11 o'clock Central Time. They'll get either Alabama or Arkansas. That game will be on Willie 1550. Sarah, I wanted to ask you maybe thoughts coming out of a series against Tennessee. As you've had a couple of days to process it and step back. You were playing it. That essentially, I've described it to people, that was a super regional matchup, really, is what that weekend was. It seemed that Joe Evans' message to you guys after the games, and probably all 3 of them, was focusing on detail, attention to detail, doing the little things right, because if you look at that, maybe that's what cost you the series. Message, thoughts maybe that as you come out of that series loss?
Yeah, so that wasn't the outcome that we wanted from the series, and we know that after that. And just Coach Evans really harps that each day we just want to get that much better. And I think that we've really invested into that. And as long as we trust the process, even though we didn't get the outcomes that we wanted, that it's still going to pay off as long as we just keep working to get that much better every single day in practice, just the little things, and just kind of cleaning up and everything, and just keeping our confidence and going out there and acting like we're the best team in the country, because I think that we are.
Yeah. Tori, one thing, Will, we talked with the baseball guys earlier for the show. He's asking them about this time of year.
Yeah.
You've got nothing going on except softball, and everything else is done. How nice is that? Favorite time of year?
Oh, my gosh. This is probably the best time of the year ever.
Softball paradise.
Oh, my gosh, yes. And it's like, because you're done with school, you don't have anything to do. So it's like you wake up, you go to work out, or if you don't have workout, you get to sleep in a little bit, and then you go to practice, and you come home, and you're like, wow, I don't have anything to do.
I have time to do things.
I know. Well, like,
something like that.
what did we like the other day, we went to Sarah's house and we were like watching movies and just like hanging out, and we're like, wow, this is so nice. Like, we don't have to do anything.
I never realized I could ever have this much time.
I know. And so it's like, what do I do with my time? But it's cool. I like it a lot more just because you can focus completely on softball and like hanging out with your teammates. And no one else is here, so there's no traffic, so that's great.
Yeah.
College Station traffic.
Well, the baseball
already
guys,
sounded
it
like
was
us.
Nick Chorby and Blake Kopetsky, and they mentioned a lot of fishing and hunting in the spring.
Oh,
gosh. Go
Pow,
on.
pow, pow, pow.
Pow, pow, son.
Hey,
But that softball team, I think they mentioned, had some hunters, and we want them to take Tori.
if they take me hunting, I will so go. I
Well, I mean, no,
will in a
I thought there
heartbeat.
was some
Gauntlet has been
softball
thrown
players.
down right there.
Who were the softball players you were talking about going hunting with? I think Ashley was. Yeah,
And
you.
then
That's
Ella,
right.
Ashley.
Ashley.
Ashby?
Lexi has to hunt or fish or something, right? She's as country as it gets.
I don't know.
I
Selena.
Sarah, in y'all's
Selena.
free time.
Selena
during
has a
this
head
postseason
of
run.
a deer
take her
in the
hunting.
backyard, and
I
she
will.
just shoots
It's
her
a
bow and
plan.
arrow at the deer.
Where would you
a
go
real
do-
bow and arrow.
Where would you go hunt if you?
My uncle, he has a farm in Manny, Louisiana. It's about 4 hours from here.
4
about hours
You got
south of
time.
Shreveport.
No class. You got time.
Will, did you hear this about the bow hunter on the team?
See?
Oh, that was
I
fun
thought
to guess.
Yeah, who was that?
Well, we
Guess.
were just talking about he's not going to guess.
The
There's no
headless,
chance.
the headless
We
bow.
literally had two different
Yes.
conversations going.
I know, it was like
There's
real
no way.
random.
He's not going to get it right. There's no chance.
Bow hunter on the team. Samantha Shaw.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, she does that
I'm
on
trying
in a circle, so I
to
guess
find
that's
the East Bernard individual.
Nah, it's Selena.
Really?
Yeah, she is country. She's country
Is that bad?
with a cowboy boots.
Yeah, home really.
that bad?
She's
She said
been
she's
trying
got
to learn
a-
country music.
She's got
I
a
know.
a head of a deer in the backyard.
No, a headless deer.
Headless deer in the backyard.
And she shoots her bow and arrow at it for a steady break.
That's we have a
funny?
winner.
Winner, winner.
Well,
chicken
have you
dinner.
tried to shoot the
Okay.
bow?
No. I
How would
have
that
not.
go? The neighbors probably wouldn't like it.
Actually, I have good hand-eye. I'm thinking it would work. I think it'd be okay.
Go
Trial
for
and
it.
error.
We'll see. I don't know if she trusts me with it.
Manny, Louisiana. Here they come.
Hey,
Come on.
I'll take the bow. You take the gun.
All right.
All right.
What's in? So what do you hunt this time of year?
Deer.
No.
No.
You can't.
Here comes all the Texas,
Yeah, don't go
I'm just
there.
kidding.
Don't go
Texas Park and Wildlife guys are going to start coming over here.
I'm sorry.
Tori,
I
I'd
don't know.
advise you to not go deer hunting right now. There
Really
could
though,
be
what do you
trouble.
hunt right now?
I don't.
Spring
Yeah.
turkey, but I think that's passed. I don't have all the seasons down, but
Yeah,
Can't say
No.
I do either.
no.
Darn, I wish I did.
Where's C when you need her?
I know. I bet you she knows too.
Well,
just
guys,
okay. Target practice. Just go ahead, yeah.
best of luck this week in Knoxville, Tennessee. Aggies,
you.
the SEC tournament.